Gentlemen, step outside. Before you check the weather, before you zip up, ask yourself one question. What is protecting you from the world? For far too many men over 50, the answer is uncomfortable. A swollen synthetic puffer, shiny like a trash bag. A limp windbreaker that flaps in the wind like a white flag. Clothing that doesn't say, "I'm prepared." Clothing that says, "I surrendered quietly." And here's the truth most men are never told. Aging is not the enemy. Softness without structure is. When you were younger, your body did the work. Broad shoulders, taut lines, natural authority. Time changes that, as it should. But nature removes structure, so clothing must replace it. Your outer layer is no longer just a jacket. It is architecture. It is the frame that holds your presence together. It defines your shoulders, carves your torso, controls your proportions. Without it, you collapse visually, and the world reacts accordingly. You're treated like a tourist, a passerby, a background character. With it, you are read as deliberate, capable, a man who belongs where he stands. This is why fabric matters. Plastic lies. Synthetic shine exaggerates softness. Neon screams insecurity. Texture tells the truth. Wool absorbs light. It doesn't beg for attention. Tweed signals patience. Waxed cotton says utility with restraint. These materials don't wrinkle into submission. They hold their shape, just like you intend to. And fit. Fit is not tight. Fit is engineered. A structured shoulder restores authority. A higher armhole lifts posture. A defined waist gives the illusion of strength, even when time has softened it. This is not vanity. This is visual leadership. Because your outer layer is the first decision people see you make, and the last impression they carry away. So today, we do not add to your wardrobe. We remove weakness. We delete the plastic. We silence the noise. We strip away anything that apologizes for your age. And we replace it with armor. Not medieval, not aggressive, but calm, confident, unshakable. Because a man of consequence does not dress for warmth alone. He dresses to hold his ground. Item 1. The Commander. The wool overcoat. If the Chelsea boot is the foundation, the overcoat is the spire. It is the highest point of the structure, the element seen from the distance, the piece that defines the entire skyline. This is not just a coat. It is the single most transformative garment a man over 50 can own. Because when you wear a proper overcoat, you don't enter a room, you arrive. Look at the modern winter street. Men in beautiful tailored jackets, ruined by short synthetic bombers. Elegant proportions severed by nylon designed for ski lifts and stadium seats. Tailoring strangled, lines broken, authority interrupted. It is visual chaos, a contradiction of intention. The overcoat fixes this instantly. The moment you put it on, everything beneath it becomes unified. Suit, knitwear, denim, all absorbed into one long, uninterrupted column. A monolithic silhouette, powerful, calm, decisive. For the mature gentleman, the overcoat performs an architectural miracle. It rebuilds what time has softened without pretending youth still exists. Structured shoulders quietly restore the masculine V shape, not aggressively, not theatrically, but convincingly. Padding lifts what gravity has slowly taken. Posture improves without effort. Presence increases before you speak. The length, to the knee, creates a commanding vertical line. It elongates the body, slims the frame, erases visual weight. It hides the stomach. It hides the hips. It hides the compromises time makes. And in motion, it adds something modern jackets cannot: movement, flow, gravitas. Short car coats do the opposite. They slice the body at its widest point. They shorten the leg line. They thicken the torso. They trap you in the middle. A proper overcoat liberates you vertically. Now, material. This is where men make unforgivable mistakes. Synthetic blends shine, cheap wool pills, thin fabrics collapse. Your coat must absorb light, not reflect it. Heavy wool or wool cashmere. When you touch it, it should feel alive, dense, protective. A coat like this doesn't flap, it moves with intention. Color? Avoid harsh black. Black is severe. Black is impatient. Choose midnight navy, diplomatic, authority, timeless. Or camel, the color of ease, leisure, quiet affluence. These colors don't shout wealth, they whisper confidence. How to wear it? Over a suit, obvious, necessary, correct. But its true power? Casual. Throw it over a thick roll neck, dark denim, leather boots. Lift the collar slightly, just enough. Now you don't look dressed, you look established. Like a film director arriving on set, an architect surveying a finished structure, a man who has mastered the elements, not one hiding from them. This is not fashion. This is command. Item 2. The Explorer. The Field Jacket. Because not every day is a diplomatic summit. Some days are slower, colder, unplanned. Sunday drives with no destination. Morning coffee runs in sharp air. Long walks under uncertain skies. And yet, this is where most men fail. They reach for convenience, tech fleece, neon shells, crinkling plastic that announces, "I watched one survival video." No weight, no dignity, no story, just noise. The Explorer is the correction. The M65, the waxed cotton field jacket. The Land Rover Defender of your wardrobe. Built for terrain, built for weather, built for time. It doesn't chase trends, it outlives them. Its brilliance is not decoration, it is architecture. Chest pockets broaden the upper body, restoring presence. Lower pockets ground the frame, giving visual stability. The internal waist drawstring quietly reintroduces the V-taper. You stop looking like a rectangle. You look intentional. This is clothing that understands proportion. Fabric is non-negotiable. Waxed cotton, heavy canvas. Plastic jackets look impressive for a season. Then they betray you. They crease poorly, shine unnaturally, age without grace. Waxed cotton does the opposite. It darkens, it softens, it remembers. Every crease is earned, every rain mark is a record. It becomes yours, just like a well-used tool, just like a seasoned man. Color matters. Olive green, the standard, the color of competence. Tobacco brown, warm, grounded, assured. Matte navy, urban restraint with rural roots. Avoid black, avoid shine. Details should whisper. Brass zippers not painted but solid. Corduroy collars, texture against skin. Horn buttons, irregular, natural, honest. How to wear it? Over a cable knit sweater or a denim shirt. Raw denim below. Rugged Chelsea boots anchoring the frame. Now you're not dressed for attention, you're dressed for function with intent. You don't look like a visitor, you look like the architect checking the site. The gentleman farmer surveying the land. The man who knows where he's going, even if he doesn't rush. Capable, grounded, effortless. Item 3. The Maverick. The suede bomber. The Harrington. This is where style either evolves or collapses completely. Not in suits, not in the countryside, but in casual city life. Because casual is where men abandon discipline. And the most common act of self-destruction? The hoodie. Gentlemen, unless you are training for a boxing title or preparing to release a rap album, the hoodie is not your ally. It strangles the neck, pulls the shoulders forward, erases posture, and worst of all, it freezes you in permanent adolescence. The shiny track jacket isn't better. That's retired gym teacher energy, whistles, stopwatches, lost authority. The Maverick replaces them both. A suede bomber, a Harrington jacket. Youthful energy filtered through maturity. This is rebellion with restraint. Why suede? Because light is unforgiving. Shiny synthetics reflected harshly, highlighting texture, age, fatigue. Suede absorbs light. It softens the face, adds warmth, creates depth. It whispers luxury without announcing it. And touch matters. Polyester feels like nothing, like packaging. Suede feels like substance, weight, intent. Silhouettes are precise. The bomber, with its ribbed hem, creates an athletic line. It defines the waist, rebuilds shape without shouting. The Harrington sharpens differently. That stand collar frames the face, lifts the jaw, restores authority to the neck. Both say the same thing. I am modern, but not trying. Color choices are non-negotiable. Tobacco, cognac, golden tan. These colors age beautifully, like wood, leather, whiskey. Never black suede. Black collects dust and despair. How to wear it? Keep everything else simple. A white t-shirt, clean, structured, or a fine merino polo. Dark, straight-leg denim, no distressing, no taper theatrics. Minimalist white sneakers. Now look at the equation. Rugged denim, clean cotton, rich suede. The holy trinity of casual style. You look approachable, modern, comfortable. Not young, not old, just right. The purge. You cannot build a palace on a landfill. Before new armor enters your life, the enemies must be removed. This is not shopping. This is not organization. This is severance. Clothing is memory, habit, identity. And some garments are no longer neutral. They are hostile. Enemy 1. The shiny puffer. Horizontal tubes that widen the body. A Michelin Man silhouette. Bulk exactly where time already added weight. No shoulder structure. No authority. Just insulation inflated into apology. Unless you are climbing Everest, it must go. Warmth belongs underneath, never as your outer shell. An outer layer must frame the body, not erase it. Enemy 2. The oversized graphic hoodie. The uniform of the eternal teenager. Dropped shoulders, collapsed posture, a hidden neck that signals retreat. This garment does not relax you, it shrinks you. It whispers adolescence long after adulthood has arrived. Leave it to your grandsons. Enemy 3. The neon windbreaker. Fluorescent panic, crinkling plastic, traffic cone energy. You are going to lunch, not directing aircraft on a runway. It reflects noise, confusion, indecision. Now comes the ritual. Take a black trash bag. Place these garments inside, slowly. Feel the weight leave your hands. Tie the knot. Do not hesitate. Do not negotiate. Do not look back. You are not losing clothing. You are shedding a skin that no longer fits the man you have become. The body changes. The role changes. So must the uniform. The commander. The explorer. The maverick. These are not jackets. They are armor. Because when a man puts on a structured overcoat or a waxed field jacket, he is not simply protecting himself from the cold. He is defining his boundaries. He is announcing to the world, this is how close you may come. Clothing has always been language. Long before words, men were judged by silhouette, by posture, by the way they occupied space. And as time passes, the temptation is to disappear, to soften, to blend, to hide in plastic and convenience. But armor exists for one reason: to keep you standing when conditions turn hostile. A greatcoat restores what time attempts to negotiate away. It straightens the spine, broadens the shoulder, slows your movement deliberately. It reminds you to walk with intention. When you wear the commander, you carry authority. The overcoat gathers your life beneath it, work, experience, responsibility, and presents it as one uninterrupted statement. When you wear the explorer, you move through the world prepared. Weather does not rush you. Terrain does not intimidate you. You are grounded, capable, at ease with uncertainty. When you wear the Maverick, you remain modern without apology, approachable without weakness, relaxed without surrender. This is not about fashion. This is about presence. A greatcoat is a promise you make to yourself. No matter how cold the wind blows, you will not shrink. You will stand tall. You will walk with purpose. You will arrive with dignity. So stop hiding in plastic. Stop wearing noise. Stop dressing like you are trying to disappear politely. Put on your armor and step calmly, deliberately into the arena.